was quite difficult, Fiona, as we discovered that, looking on rental websites and at real estates, that disability-specific isn't, I guess, a selection that you can search for. Really, with my condition Duchenne, I use an electric wheelchair to get around, so I really find that a lot of places don't have a ramp for access, or they have a ramp and they look great, but we go into the bathroom to discover that there's a bathtub or a shower hob that's about 3 or 5 inches high. Just feeling that, sort of a loss that, you get to a property that has these two things, but then there's the next step of 5 or 6 other couples at the same place, and it's sort of like a gamble, really. Yeah.
How long did you look until you found a place?
We've been looking since about mid-January, and just recently, through a personal relationship of my partner, we found a place that was they're going to be altering the bathroom so he can shift into there in a few months' time. So I've been looking loosely for probably the last 2 years, looking for a possible place to move in with other people with disabilities, but really been trying since January to find it, and we'd still be looking if it wasn't through this private relationship.
So just because your partner has this relationship, that the landlord's been prepared to do the renovations necessary on the bathroom, otherwise it may have been impossible.
Yeah, otherwise we'd be still looking and still, I guess, trying to get it, that message out there that, I think that, more, I guess, accessible housing is needed. Because,
a sizable percentage of our population that would need that sort of facility, people like yourself, are living with a disability, in a chair, older people who may need a walking frame, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Even with young kids, I'd say it would be quite difficult. A lot of places have got bathtubs, but also on the other hand, that it's quite modern looking. When people do have a flat shower room, it looks almost like a showcase at bathrooms and things.
And did you also find it a bit tricky, the way that real estate agents often photograph things, it makes them look a lot bigger than they are in reality? So if you turned up to property saying, this place is going to be huge, I'll fit through, no problem, only to get there and discover that you can't fit through.
Yeah, that's right. We actually found that out. We went to one property and we were told that the tenant moved out because they got a wheelie walker and couldn't fit through the kitchen. My wheelchair is probably another 10 centimetres wider than a wheelie walker, so it was quite, I guess, projecting sometimes. We found a place that's accessible, only to discover that the photo was taken from the door of the bathroom, so you can't see the shower hob as well. You can't see the front of the property sometimes. So.
You're in your late 20s, so like, a lot of young men, you wanting to get your own place. What does it mean to you to be able to do that, to actually finally be able to move into your own place?
I guess the main thing, it gives you a bit of a sense of, more of a sense of responsibility and of being in my late 20s. Up until this point I've been living at home with my parents still, and, most people envisage that once they're 18 they sort of go their separate ways, and it's just really given me a lease of life, even looking for places and getting those disappointments is like, this is real life, this is struggles that everyone goes through when growing up and wanting to move out with their partner, and even wanting to move in with friends. Is people don't even have these conversations because they worry, what's going to happen in the future. But finding out that you've just got to really sometimes take the step. One step is all that's needed, and as more and more voices build up, people will find out that this is an issue that is either going to affect a lot of people in the future. Whereas if they slowly start to alter things now, then perhaps it's not going to be such an impost on builders and on renovators to get these buildings able for old people to live in.
I'm having a chat with Doug Robbins, just talking about the difficulties he's been facing because he needs to use a wheelchair in finding a rental property in the Cairns area so he and his partner can move out together. You and Lauren are moving in together, so how did you meet up?
Well, being a modern society, we actually met online on Plenty of Fish, and even that was something that people do every day. So it was good. At least the internet is accessible, and now it's become the norm. You don't meet people in coffee shops or in the supermarket. You're not avidly searching, but as people, you all want to find love. Yeah.
Well, you met late last year, you said, so it's obviously going well if you're moving out together.
She's the soul of the earth, really. A friend to everyone. So, it's just refreshing to see that. In years past, she wasn't thinking of these access things, and even since we've been dating, it's been. She goes, hey, I'm realising more and more how places are inaccessible for wheelchairs, and when she brings it up with people, they start to think ways. Oh, how can we get him, to parties or to events that you go to? So that's been really refreshing to see that people are wanting to, try and assist, but it's only when they know about the problem can they fix it.
So you're moving in end of May?
End of May at this stage, yes. Yeah.
Housewarming party then?
Oh, most definitely. I think it's going to be at the end of the housewarming party when everyone's gone, and you get that relief of it's our place. It's that you still need to be responsible. You can't wreck the joint, but you can just have a deep breath and relax and know that you've sort of have come home in essence. Yeah.